2021 was a hugely busy year for mergers and acquisitions in every sector. 2022 is holding up, but it's not as strong. And in operational real estate in particular, we found some headwinds that are coming our way. So we've still seen activities, but there's still some nervousness, particularly in relation to interest rates and what's happening to interest rates and the increases we're expecting, them to go up 0.75% this week, probably up to 4.3. Now that makes the cost of doing business very much harder. And then if you're looking at the other challenges that the market is facing, such as energy prices rising. We don't know what's happening in the UK to whether there's going to be any protections. Europe, the countries vary in terms of what protections there are. We've got labour shortages and labour costs going up. All of these are having impacts on the P&L, and that means what is the right price for the asset? So one of the dichotomies we've got is you've got the sellers who are still on one pricing mode in their mind and the buyers who are still in another pricing mode, and putting those and getting that marriage together to make sure there's going to be more activity has been proved challenging. But I think it's coming together. In terms of the different verticals within operational real estate, I don't think you can put them together as one class and say this is going to happen to every different subsector. Hospitality and leisure, the trading is very good at the moment, so performance is good. So if you looked at that alone, you would think it should be buoyant, but for the headwinds that I've mentioned. I think that in terms of student accommodation, it's more counter-cyclical. There's some very good economic drivers, so we'd expect that to remain buoyant and the prices to be good. Areas which are more challenging, retail for sure, and things which might get more regulated. So medical, healthcare might be more challenging. So I don't believe that you can say that. I think you have to look at the subsectors within operational real estate and look at them individually and know your market individually. We've certainly got a fantastic real estate and hospitality team. We're ranked first, so our people definitely come to us for not only our legal knowledge and expertise, but also our commercial nous and knowing what the market is doing. So we definitely can help in those matters. Whether we will ever say the deal is going to stand or fall by what we say, that is less likely, but we can certainly help drive transactions forward and think of innovative solutions or different ways risk can be addressed, because a lot of this is about risk management and how risk matters can be addressed. So if you're trying to do a transaction and there is a private equity person who is selling and they're not prepared to give any warranties or indemnities, how do we get by that and give them a solution that can fix it? So they certainly come to us for our legal expertise, but they come back to us because we do more deals than anybody else in the hospitality sector and are very, very strong in all aspects of operational real estate, particularly student accommodation. The hospitality sector has probably got the most defined levels of owner brand, often on a franchise basis, and an opco who is running it under the franchise. So that is probably well established now for probably a dozen plus years. Where I think is interesting, and it sort of came out on the student accommodation session as well, is that there is less established players in relation to that. So I think that will be an area where we'll see more defining roles between owners, operators, brands, in terms of other forms of operational real estate, both in the UK, but also in the rest of Europe.